Folks, Jiminy Critic here with a movie review for you of the semi-new movie here in 2011 called The Roommate. The title is The Roommate, and I'm going to say right up front, I don't have a lot good to say about this particular movie. One of the stars is Leighton Meester. That's all fine and well. It's rated PG-13. It's kind of supposed to be a suspense thriller movie, I gather, from seeing it and what its topic is about. Here's the basic layout of what goes on in The Roommate. There's couple of college-age girls. Obviously, this takes place in an Los Angeles college, and it's funny, they must not have got any promotions for any because they make up a fake college name, LA something or other. They don't even use any real college names from that area, but that's beside the point. That was probably a budgetary issue. These girls, this one girl comes from Midwest and is coming out to college there for fashion design. And she's the first one to arrive at her room and kind of wonders who her roommate's going to be and what's going to happen. And later that day, later on, when she comes back, the roommate of the title of the movie is there in the room, and they kind of have a meet. And she looks at her like something's weird right off the bat, but you know, it's just somebody new. I don't know her well. Let's just leave well enough alone. We'll come to find out the basic premise of this movie now is the new roommate sort of obsesses about the fashion design girl's life, boyfriends, ex-boyfriends, what she does every night, where she goes to parties, what classes she's taken, people that she likes, people that she doesn't like, wanting to get involved in her relationships, you know, sort of a clingy, too close, too much information kind of a person, and it starts to wear down on her that she's getting bothered but doesn't know how to say anything, doesn't want to hurt her feelings, doesn't want to kind of just push her way and say enough. I mean, there's even opportunities that come up in this movie that she could move out of the dorm and into a house with a friend of hers that lives there that makes her an offer, but just as she's starting to think about making that move out of the dorm, things start to happen. And so basically what will happen at this point, as in many of these types of movies, and by the way, this was done back in the 90s, and it was called Single White Female, if you remember that kind of a movie title, probably even a much better movie. But basically what happens is this girl gets more and more obsessive and intrusive in this fashion design girl's life and tries to pretty much ultimately ruin it. At one point of the movie, they're visiting the sick girl's home, and apparently she's very well-to-do and wealthy, and the mom just kind of blasé asks her when she has her own, hey, has my daughter been taking her medication? And she looks and thinks, medication? Never having seen her take any, and apparently this is the clue in the movie that she's sick or mentally ill or unstable and needs to take, you know, these mood-lifting drugs, which apparently she's not taking because she's in a horrible mood most of the time. Very poorly scripted, poorly acted. Got some nice shots and interesting things to look at, but a low-budget flick that, you know, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. It's not really worth your time. I would advise you not to worry about the roommate unless you have a lonely night one day and it comes out on DVD or you see this pop up and you need something to help you relax and fall into a nice, deep sleep. That would be my recommendation for The Roommate to you. Stay away, catch a better flick. There's many other ones out there, and I'll catch you next time, hopefully with a better movie review. How long does it take you to realize somebody's crazy?